to another episode of Student Another Game Coaches Corner, man. We got Coach DeChe Milburn in here, man. We got a good one, man. A wide receiver.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? What's going on, DeChe?
What's up, man? How y'all doing today, bro?
Man,
Doing good, Coach. Doing good.
good, man. I heard you was giving out some gems earlier, the spaces earlier, man. Lead us out. Hold on, man. Hold up.
Yeah, man. They was in there in the Miami space and just kind of talking about the spread and that coach coming in and stuff like that. And I was just letting them know kind of how we've been doing the spread. So, you know, it's definitely something that it's definitely something that should help them speed up that process and start to win again.
What's up,
Well, give
man?
us your true take. Give us your true take about that coaching hire. Your true assessment of him.
So I don't think it's a bad hire. I think it was late. Everything happened so late, so they kind of had to not take what they could get, but they also didn't want to waste time trying to get people they couldn't get and then miss out on somebody else they could have got, you know what I'm saying, getting hired by somebody else. Dana Holgerson, known to run a good system. He run a power spread. And that's what people got to understand. Like, just because you run the spread, that don't mean you're not running the ball. It look different, and it's repetitive on how the run look and how it's coming at you. But, you know what I'm saying, if you still getting them carries at the end of the day, whether it's read option or I formation, you still keeping the defense honest against the run. And that's why you run the ball, in my opinion, at the end of the day. So, Dawson had two good backs that did that last year. They didn't win like they should have, but they still had high offensive numbers. And every year he coached has been that. So, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, if you're putting up 30 to 35, you're doing your job. You're giving yourself a chance to win, that the defense should be able to hold them to 4 touchdowns or less, you know what I'm saying? So I think you give them a chance to do that at the end of the day.
Okay.
What's up, man? We're going to jump right into it, though, man. Just give us a little background about yourself, Coach, man. You know, I know you're from the Texas area. You're a Texas fan. You know, give us a little background about yourself for the students.
All right, yeah. So I'm from Galveston, Texas. I was born in Germany. My daddy was in the military, and then we moved right back, and then we moved around a little bit, and then we kept moving back and forth from Galveston to other places he was stationed at, and I ended up going to Cliff Creek High School. That was in League City, and my freshman year, they had built a new high school, and in Texas it's kind of different because we got zones and stuff, so you can't just go to any high school. Like, you really going to high school around the people you live by, literally, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So they had built a new high school because my high school is overpopulated. We had like 4,200 students, you know what I'm saying? So the new high school they was building was only going to have JV, and they wasn't going to have varsity yet because it was only going to be sophomores and freshmen there. So we would have been like the seniors as the sophomores, that whole freshman class, and I just wanted to play varsity. So I moved with my pops in Arizona, and I played varsity for 2 years. I got like all region my sophomore year, and I got all state my junior year. I dominated out there, and then I wanted to come back and play like with my partners, you know what I'm saying? My mama was down here. I just got homesick. So I took a visit to Arizona State, and then I put out on Rob was like, I'm moving back home to my old high school. So I moved back during spring ball. And then I was down here in the spring, did all spring ball. It was right after basketball season. Matter of fact, we had just went to the game before state, and then like I took a visit and I dipped. And then I moved back. My senior year, we went to the game before state. We lost to Katy. You know what I'm saying? It was a good year. We went like 12-3. I had 1,500 yards, 16 touchdowns my senior year. It was good. My recruitment.
Good. Hold on, man. You underselling yourself. Talking about good. Underselling. They're talking about 1,500 yards. So I had a good year. Man, chill out, man.
Nah, I mean, so I don't know, like, my junior year I had, you know what I'm saying, 810. So it was like, and I was on 30 catches. So I really wanted 20. So that's why I say it was a good year, which I really felt like I could have got that, but we wasn't playing in the second half of 65% of the games we played in. So You know what I'm saying? A lot of that was just first half, but yeah, I think me moving really hurt my recruitment. And I think, like, as we talk, you know what I'm saying, about everything, and that's really why I felt like, you know what I'm saying, stuff happened for a reason, like, literally how people say that, but it really do, because, like, I know I was too good to end up going to Texas State at the end of the day. Even though I ain't used my blessing as I should, because you can't feel like you better than a situation, I just knew my talent level was higher than that, where I could have performed somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? So that's like one of those things that make me want to help these guys who don't just have to settle for, you know what I'm saying, certain situations, because that's all you got at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
where you could, you know.
That's what we gotta do as student of the game too, man. We try to get these kids that's not, you know, seen or overlooked out there. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
perfect, man. But I got a question for you though. You said you went out in Arizona and did your thing. So how is the football, high school football in Arizona as opposed to Texas?
So the difference in Arizona, in my opinion, is mostly within the linemen. It's still a good brand of ball. They still got athletes. You know, they got a lot of people that went to the NFL, like Terrell Suggs, Devon Kennard. Just a lot of people I can name. But I just realized when I went there, it's like, because I'm kind of thinking like, all right, I'm coming from Texas, I'm going to Arizona. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going to dominate, which I did good my sophomore year, but I didn't play up to the capability that I could have. And that's just because I felt like I approached it like I was better than people that, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have that humble approach, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what I kind of realized playing college too, and just going from playing Utah State and then playing Navy and then playing, you know, La Tech and playing, you know what I'm saying, San Jose State. And really it's like, it's a lot in the scheme with coaches. Like, they control a lot of stuff, but at the same time, like, the athlete's the same pretty much. It's just the lineman that's different. And then you just got people who got like a little more aggression on how they play, or a little more finesse, you know what I'm saying? So.
Right. Now I got another too, that's on the kind of different spectrum. So, like, I know in Texas, high school football is kings, you know, city shut down, and, you know, like I said, I got my first glimpse of that when Leo moved down to South Georgia, and the whole city shut down. Was it kind of like that in Arizona too?
So it depends on where you was at. So if you was in a school that's not a football school, because Arizona more of a basketball state. Like they University of Arizona got national championships. I went to Luke Walton camp before when I was growing up. Like, it's a basketball state, you know what I'm saying? But the football at the schools like Chandler Hamilton, Chandler, Basha, you know what I'm saying, Desert Vista, like the big known schools that's been like winning in football schools out there, like, it's gonna be like high level football. You have 5,000 to 10,000 people in the stands, you know what I'm saying, cheerleaders, band, like the whole nine. You know, it's just a different level in Texas, because that's like our 3As and our 4As. Like, you know what I'm saying? My senior year, I was playing in front of no less than 10 to 15,000 every game, like no less than that. So, it's just different. Like, I went to college and I was playing in front of more people in high school than college when I first got to Texas State. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
crazy.
It's different.
That's real. So, right, you did your thing, you know what I'm saying? So what got you into, you know, helping these kids out? You know?
So I was playing football at Kingsville, and then because when I was at Texas State, that was 2013, 2012, something like that, I got ruled ineligible because I didn't have enough credits towards my major, which was my fault, because my academic advisor told me, like, if you change your major, you got to pass every single class. Excuse me, I ain't passed one. So if I would have just kept my English major, I would have been good. But that was just a decision I made. You got to learn from. So I ended up transferring. And then I was going to transfer to SFA because I still wanted to play D1, but it was a D1 AA, so I wouldn't have to sit out because I transferred down. And I took like 2 or 3 classes so I could get my GPA and everything right. And they told me I had to sit out a year if I did that. So I just sat out a year and then went to a junior college and graduated. So it's like now you can't say nothing. I got my AA. I know I'm gonna be able to play right away. Mm-hmm. I was about to go to Kingsville, but West Texas A&M had just went to the national championship. They threw for like 5,000 yards. That quarterback went to the NFL. Like everything, the coach was just dressing it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I was all like, I'm gonna go out there, you know, because Kingsville really wasn't throwing the ball like that. I was going on I just know I'm gonna go ball out, and I just need to get my film. That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
So I get there. And I got the video on my Instagram. I was going stupid. Like I had a one-hand catching the scrimmage, everything. They told me because I didn't take a full-time semester at the junior college I graduated from that I couldn't play. But the only reason I didn't take a full-time semester is I left Texas State with like 100 hours because I actually did my work. Like I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't need to take 30 hours of classes to catch up. I was already ahead. I just needed to get these last 3 classes to graduate the opposite way. So I took a part-time. I only took 9 hours, and then I would have had an extra semester to play football. That's why I took part-time. Nobody told me I had to take a full-time semester, so I'd be able to play right away. So
you're a full-time student. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so I had to end up sitting out, and I was not going to sit out in no West Texas, so I just came home, and I ended up going to Kingsville. I was down there. I had to sit out a year because of residency, and then while I was sitting out there, I wasn't on scholarship. You know what I'm saying? So I'm having to do everything I can to pay for school, make everything work. So you know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't gonna lie, where I'm from, like Galveston, Texas, like there's 3 things that people do. They gonna play sports, they gonna go to the plants. Like we got a whole bunch of plants around our area where people work and make anywhere from $20 to $75 to $100 an hour, but you working them 12-hour shifts. It's just hard work, but you know what I'm saying? That's what people don't do if they don't make it. You going to the plant, you make it to the league, or you gonna sell some type of drug, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. So I'm down there, you know what I'm saying? And then like it was just a town where I could, you know what I'm saying, get the gas off to be able to pay what I needed to pay, and then not have to ask people for nothing, and then hold me over until I'm on scholarship so I could do what I'm really trying to do at the end of the day. It ain't like I'm trying to be big meat or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Nah, for real, I'm just trying to pay the bills so I could keep it going. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up doing all that. Long story short, and somebody told on me because they got caught up, so they sent an informant to me that I ended up selling to. So I had a case where I had distribution, manufacturing, but my apartment was so close to the school, they called it a school zone infraction, so it heightened the charge.
Oh my God.
So lawyer up, get my lawyer, take care of everything good. So my coach, like, you know what I'm saying, I understand what's going on. I'm going to let you play, but I need you to go talk to the AD. You know what I'm saying? The AD's like, I'm going to go with the coach and what he say, and I'm going to trust his judgment that he, you know what I'm saying, you made a bad mistake, but I'm going to let you come back. Bet, good. So I go home, come back for 2 days. The AD left to go to Delaware. We got an intern AD. The AD was like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I got to do my own research and check everything that I'm going to see if I'm going to let you pay. So 2 weeks go through 2 days. I missed that. I couldn't practice nothing. He ain't let me know if I'm going to play or not. Now we about to do the back end of the 2 weeks where you preparing for the first game, basically. My coach like, all right, we're going to go talk to him and ask him. And that dude, like, from the background check, I just don't feel comfortable having that on my football team, blah, blah, blah. Mind you, this dude was the trainer. Like, seeing me working my ass off 3 years there. I had a son at the time. I just had, like, a 2-year-old, you know what I'm saying? I would have thought it would be the exact opposite with him being
exactly.
in that position, where it's like, nah, like, you need this chance, where he just shut that down. So, ended up having the 5 years probation, which I get off this year, September 23. And then I really just couldn't get a job that I knew I wanted with that on my record. So I had to start finding different ways to do stuff, and then organically made me start helping the kids, which I was doing for free. But then my parents and other people who was helping me was like, nah, you need to start charging these people because you're doing way too much for us to have to keep picking up your slack where they should be paying for this. Like, and it just turned to a legitimate business. So that's why I say I kind of feel like I was, you know what I'm saying, God working mysterious ways at the end of the day.
That's what's up, man.
Hey,
I guess.
Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. I guess my question is, man, with you coming into that, helping these kids, and I look at kids are like popcorn. Nobody pops at the same time. So with you working with the kids, who was a late bloomer that you first was working with, and now you was like, oh man, I didn't see this at first, but he done popped out.
So now doing it for my third year, so I used to know like the people that was cold. I feel like most people do. Like people be trying to act like they know more ball than people. It ain't that much that you can know more ball than people. I feel like people that played know more intricate details of football where I could say some stuff I know people don't know just because they wasn't in that room. You know what I'm saying? But just knowing ball and knowing talent and who good, like that's preference based to me. You know what I'm saying? But I had like an eye for stuff like basketball players or whatever where I could tell they got certain traits where I know that a school at that time, because that's the thing about receiver, like a school will need a receiver with certain traits at a certain time, and that's why they take certain receivers. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tennessee had 5'6" receivers, and it was like a senior, a junior, and 2 freshmen. They not taking no big receiver. Like, we don't need a big receiver. So this year we're gonna take a slot or you know what I'm saying, a 6'1", 6'2" receiver. So that's a part of it. They gotta fit in the construct of the roster too. But it's a guy, Patrick Bridges. He just got offered today by ULM, his University of Louisiana Monroe, FBS and Sunbelt. He already had UIW. That's in the Southland Conference. They went to the FCS championship this year against North Dakota State. So he's a basketball player, and I've been telling him for 2 years, like, you need to play football, bro. So he finally played football. He had a pretty good year. Played again and had a damn good year. So now he just gonna have to hit the camp circuit to shore up these offers. But yeah, he's one of the guys that I feel like is under the radar that's gonna end up popping in the next couple months.
What position is that? Wide receiver?
Yeah, he's wide receiver. Patrick Bridges, he play at Pearland. But I got so many of them because I got so many guys I work with that's like on the verge of like,
man, shoot some names, bro. We here.
Like every year.
Bro. We trying to get them some exposure. Shoot some names.
Nah, for sure. Like every year, like Ashton Jones, he at Shadow Creek. He got an Arizona State offer already. Zach Sample just got Arizona State. Ja'Cory Watson got LSU. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think. There's just quite a few. Wyatt Young, he plays at Katy Tompkins. Andrew Marsh, Tennessee, they want him to come camp so they could close the deal on that. So,
all right, like that.
You know what I'm saying? And, yo, shout out to Coach Cody Cook, man. That's my guy, man. He was at Hutchinson Junior College, and he was looking at a lot of my guys, taking chances on my guys. And then he ended up going to Tennessee. So that's why I tell people it's a relationship game.
Yes, sir.
Not saying he was the janitor to the CEO, but just from them 2 positions of a junior college head receiver coach to a job like Tennessee, that's a big ass jump. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you just got to treat everybody the same, man. And it's all about relationships. But yeah, I seen Coach Cook when they had beat LSU in Louisiana. I was at that game, and we chopped it up after the game and stuff, and we talk regularly every week. So yeah, Coach Cook a good dude, man.
Man. I guess I got one more question, man. What's DeChe's philosophy when you getting these wide receivers? They coming out to work with you. What's your philosophy?
So I'm real simple, and like that's why some of the guys that I work with like get it, and some of the guys don't. But all of them end up getting it at some point if they keep playing. You know what I'm saying? But some guys get it faster than others. And shout out to Coach Hooks and Ross Oppo. I work hand in hand with them on a lot of the stuff we do. And we give each other a lot of game back and forth on a lot of stuff we do. So I always want to credit them. And the coach I coach with, Mike Evans Elite, LaKendrick Williams, he the one that really got me to start training because I was coaching Mike Evans Elite. He's like, bro, you need to start training these kids. Like, you know what you're talking about. They need to hear this. Like, you need to go ahead and do that. So I always tell that to them, you know what I'm saying, for helping me get to this point. But yeah, Coach Hooks, I was already training for a couple of years, and he really just sharpened my stuff up to be able to be more efficient each session, so they maximizing each session, because at the end of the day, every kid not gonna want it the same, and they not gonna show up how they show up. You know what I'm saying? I got some kids that don't miss. Some of them cold, some of them not as good. I got some kids that's cold that miss, and I got some kids that's not cold that miss. So it ain't even like how it used to be, where it's like either you got them cold people that's like Jordan, or you got them cold people that's like Iverson. Like, you gonna show up and be the hardest worker, or you just gonna be like, I don't gotta do that, I'm too cold. You got sorry people doing that now. Like, you should be the one working the hardest. You don't got no room to not, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, you gotta really be realistic with these kids and can't give them a false sense of reality, because they'll think of themselves in a light that's just not true at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I like getting to work with them and showing them and being hands-on and seeing them grow each session. Like, I got seventh graders I was working with since 5th grade. I got some going to be 11th and 12th graders I was working with since 8th, 9th grade, you know? So I really got organic relationships with them that's grown to where it's like they my little brothers. They feel like that. They like the fact that we work together. You know what I'm saying? They think it's cool to be like, for me to train them. You know what I'm saying? Which I like that feeling, because then it's like you get it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about me. I don't care about that. It's about the training at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And you getting better. And that's what I like them to understand, because that's the only difference between high school and college. You got to have a plan. Every play you line up at the line of scrimmage. And back to what you were saying, that's kind of what I'm at. Releases, we work releases, because that's the beginning of the play. You got to get off the ball. So I always work stance to start. We probably do 10 to 15 reps of them just not false stepping off the ball every time we start, where they you can't false step, so we're gonna do this every day. You know what I'm saying? And certain everyday drills I instill just so they can have good fundamentals, and they could do it on their own if they notice they not doing something right at school or at practice or after practice or at the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm very fundamentally and technically sound, because a lot of trainers and a lot of people are doing so much, and they could throw a hezzy in the middle of their route and but they can't even just get off the ball into their route every time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got all the meat sauce and no noodles, so that ain't spaghetti at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Okay.
So me, I work the opposite way. Like, if you could get off the ball into your releases, you're gonna be able to do what you want. So we're gonna control them by the release, which we go speed release to start off. And if they just gonna let us keep beating them with speed and not putting their hands on us, we just gonna keep going the whole game, and there's no reason to have to go into the bag. Where now, if they starting to be more aggressive or trying to cut us off from going to speed release, I could give them a one-step jab outside, like I'm really, really going speed release, and then get inside. Or just hold them and still get back outside. And then that's when you start getting in the bag to go two steps and doing other stuff. But sometimes they be doing stuff that the defense not even making them do, and then it's doing too much at the end of the day, where I just want them to run routes full speed and be able to get open. Like, that's your job. Get separation, get open. So, you know, we keep it real fundamental, real technically sound. Y'all gonna have to pull up, man. Y'all gonna have to pull up sometime this summer, man.
Oh yeah, man. We want to pull up and get some video. Tell them, Smoke.
Yeah, for sure. Houston, a beautiful
work, man.
Houston, a beautiful city, man. Houston, a beautiful city.
We definitely gonna get out there, because, like I said, I went on your page, and man, y'all can find him on Twitter at _I_need_. And the first thing he got pinned at the top is important, because he works on his release, as you was telling Leo. He works on the release, but the caption, what really got my attention, it was teaching over training. And I think athletes, they actually, you know what I'm saying, get that misconstrued, where you got to be a student of the game first, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are training wrong. Like you said, people are doing stuff that they don't need to do off the line when, you know what I'm saying, they ain't even pressing, you know? So,
no.
I mean,
and that's a big point of what, like, me, Coach Hooks, and Ross talk about, is like making it translate and really making them understand. And for me, like, I feel like that's why, like, I'm different than what a lot of other people are doing, just because I feel like any kid could go to any trainer and eventually, like, hit their peak. I don't think, like, I'm the only trainer that can make any of the kids do what they do. I feel like we have a good relationship and I'm helping them get better, but I'll never be selfish to think I'm making that kid. Like, no, I'm just giving you some gems and some hints that I didn't get as early as I got to help you hit your peak faster. That's the only difference, you know what I'm saying? But the difference I do feel like I have over other people since I played is once I tell kids to do releases or certain stuff in the middle of their route or at the top of their route, I know why and when to do it, and not just telling you to do that at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I tell a kid to be more patient at the line and take more time at the line of scrimmage, I'm going to tell them that's a 3rd and short situation, a red zone, because the quarterback got less room to throw, but you got more time to get open on your route. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to verbiate that so they could understand, like, okay, that means when I'm in the middle of the field, I can't take a lot of time at the line. I just got to get into my route and go. You know what I'm saying? So that's the part where I feel like they get it and they know that I'm able to get them to understand some stuff because I tell them the why and then the how, because these kids, if you can't tell them why and how or almost show them you did it, they're going to be like, I ain't listening to that. That's how these kids are. Where us, we listen to our coaches and our teachers, and they told us stupid stuff, and we listened to it and went with it and told other people stuff. You know what I'm saying? Where they like, nah, I ain't just believing everything. You're going to have to, come on, you know what I'm saying? So that make it even better for me, because then I get to, okay, now I get to show out, because I was really just getting you to understand, but now you're really trying to test if I know what I'm talking about, so now I'm going to show out. You know what I'm saying? So that part make it fun, because then they really get to understand.
So, man, let's move on, man. Just tell me about this Tennessee connection you got. I know you're a big
Tennessee
fan, so, man, tell us about the Tennessee connection.
Nah, I'm a UCLA fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you forgot he the Bruins.
I just can't let all them people be talking about the state of Texas. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I got a grudge against Texas. They didn't offer me out of high school. They should have. I thought I was good enough to go there, so I'd never be a fan of Texas.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
what is
like
wrong with
Texas.
them and not offering in-state
like
talent?
Texas. You know what I'm saying? I like Texas, but yeah. But nah, my cousin, he went to Tennessee Chattanooga out of high school, man. He went to 71st in Fayetteville, North Carolina. He played point guard. His name Casey Long. I believe they went to the tournament 2 or 3 times when he was there, though. They definitely winning conference. And he went on to coach at Chattanooga and took him to the tournament as an assistant coach. Then he went to VCU, I believe. Went to the tournament at VCU. Then Murray State, he just got done coaching John Morant right before he went to the league for 2 years. He was his position coach. And then
took him to the tournament then.
Yep. And then now he at LSU. So now it's crazy because he went to the tournament with 3 mid-majors, Chattanooga, VCU, and Murray State. And now they first year, because he at LSU now as assistant head coach, they first year, no tournament. With a big program, you know what I'm saying, where they kept going, because it's hard to go to the tournament as a mid-major for them to keep going every year. He never missed. Like, that's crazy to think, like, you can go to Chattanooga, VCU, and Murray State and never not go to the NCAA tournament. Like, you know what I'm saying? Them schools not just thinking they going every year, you know what I'm saying? To go to LSU and now you about to miss, and then who knows how the trajectory gonna go. Hopefully it goes up, you know, but we'll see. But yeah, he over at LSU now.
I think they'll be good at LSU because, you know, they just had Will Wade and he had all the violations and stuff.
Yeah, that Wade scholarships and stuff.
You know, they overcoming that, you know what I'm saying? So what's a couple receivers that you got, man, in Texas that's talking in Tennessee, though, man? That's what I'm curious about, man.
So, with Coach Cook, it was kind of a mixture of either my kids was too big for them to go to Hutch, or he wanted a better kid than that to come to Hutch, because Hutch is the #1 JUCO in the nation. You know what I'm saying? In Kansas. So they not just taking just anybody. But I had some cold kids, but my cold kids really not trying to go JUCO either, you know? So it wasn't no gray area. But now with him being at Tennessee, he could really, you know what I'm saying, have recruits that I got and show them to that coach where it's like, nah, he could play here. And it's a mutual interest between the kid and the school with him being at a school like that, because I'm realistic with my kids I work with. Some of them are P5, some of them are G5, some of them are D2, some of them JUCO, and I'm going to let you know that. And the ones that's wherever, I'm going to talk to the coaches that I know at that situation and help you, but I'm not sending my whole list of kids that I work with to Coach Cook, because then that makes my credibility bad, and then it wastes his time too. You know what I'm saying? So they really like Ja'Cory Watson. He's at Shadow Creek. He's a 25 kid. He played quarterback, but he also played receiver. He played both. He is a top 75 kid for sure in his class right now. Andrew Marsh, he a top 10 receiver in 2025. Jason Robinson, Jaden Robinson, and Skylar Robinson. That's three brothers I work with from LA. They like all three of them. And
he's trying to get a true brother trio. Okay.
They already got all of them already got P5 offers, though. Jason just decommitted from USC. That's the oldest brother.
I seen that. I just seen that, matter of fact. Yeah. He sure did.
Yeah, so I trained him. But yeah, so they got Zachariah Sample at Katy Jordan. They really like him at slot. Then Ashton Jones and Patrick Bridges, both of them too. So it's just hard. It's hard for me though, because now I'm gonna have to get to the point which I'm starting to make more connections, but I really like try to put my kids that I work with, in the best fit possible. I want them to be able to enjoy school where you at, where you can get a good degree and you get to play your years and go back and look at your film and say, like, I did that and enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I really don't want to, and I think Coach Hooks does a good job of this, I really don't want to send all the kids I work with to the same school either, though. You know what I'm saying? Just because at the end of the day, everybody gonna need to play, and I don't want them not competing at the level I need them competing because it's their partner or whatever the case may be, where, you know what I'm saying, they need their own role. So we'll see how it works.
Man, I love it though, man. I love hype out there, getting some work in, man. But I ain't gonna keep it too long. I got one more question for you, DeChe. We asked all.
Nah, man, it's good. We just talking, man.
When you hear student of the game, man, what's your thoughts of it? What's your definition of student of the game?
When I think student of the game, man, I mean, I think I really, because I've been watching ball my whole life, since like Amon Green with the Packers, Corey Dillon with the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been watching ball, so it's like I seen that side of it. But when I got to college and seeing that side of like my head coach, Coach Dennis Franchione, the first thing he told us was I coached I was the head coach of LT at TCU and Brian Urlacher at New Mexico. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, So you just got to realize like the evolution of football, like it's always been a 4-2-5, so to say, or option or whatever it may be. It might be in the spread. Now it might look different. You know what I'm saying? But just being a student of the game goes back to like the whole game at the end of the day, which I don't think some of these kids understand, which I'm trying to help them understand. Like lining up and knowing the defense is in cover 2, so you know when you need to get open and where you need to get open is more, I'm not gonna say it's more important, but it's just as important of how you do your route and what you do at the line of scrimmage. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part I want them to start understanding, because for me, like I felt like I'm 30, you know what I'm saying? I graduated 2010. So for me, I felt like our era when we was growing up, it was more like we used to hear people say a whole bunch, like it's 90% mental, 10% physical, like a whole bunch. You don't never hear that no more. You know, everybody feel like it's all, you know what I'm saying, line up and scheme and align right. It ain't like the mental side no more, you know what I'm saying? So guys like Kyle Shanahan, like I love watching that, Like that's a chess match at the end of the day. You doing something for the reason, you doing something not just to do it. You're not just doing it just to call this play call because I looked at it on the paper. Like, nah, I'm calling this 3 times. So in the fourth quarter when I call this and everybody think this coming, nah, this going, Yeah. And Andy Reid, like I was watching the Super Bowl and then everybody's talking about, I say, the Eagles better score every time in the second half because Andy Reid is not scoring every time in the second half. Like I say Andy Reid gonna score every time he touched the ball in the second half, bro. And he scored them every single time he touched the ball because now I know. Like, okay, you got me, and you gave me something I didn't know. We had 2 weeks to prepare, you know what I'm saying? Now I know what you're doing and what you're in. I'm about to exploit it and expose it, you know what I'm saying? And it's just great to see coaches like that go to the extent of being able to have a formation that you know the defense is going to align this way, and then have a motion to that you know that they're going to adjust to open up what you really want to do, and you know they're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason why that should have been that open in the Super Bowl like that. You know what I'm saying? It should have been like a bang play, maybe tackled at the end zone, but you got to think them people was naked when they was doing that fly motion.
Twice. They was
stopping
twice,
and going
both
back.
times.
You know what I'm saying? So that's something that the Chiefs look through every single game in the past 8 years, whenever they played, and this D coordinator, when this happens, he can't stop this. So I'm gonna keep this in my pocket at the end of the day. And that's like elite coaching. Like my this guy I work with, Zach Sample, he just got the Arizona State offer. He got like 6 offers. He got UNLV, Jackson State. He a dominant 24 wide receiver. He played both ways though.
Wide receiver coach in Texas, correct?
What you say?
Nah, he had West not Texas. He had Arizona State, bro. Samples at Arizona State.
I know, but Boog then was trying to get him at Texas, right? That's what Boog was advocating to get to Texas, right?
Yeah, Rashad Sample. Yeah, he offered it too. Shout out to Rashad for offering Zach too. You know what I'm saying? That's big time. But Zach played both ways, right? And I was telling his daddy, they from Mississippi, and his daddy was a military guy, and I'm telling him like Texas football is different. And elite high school coaches in Texas like really coach like it's like the NFL in college. Like they could really coach on that level. Not saying they as good as that, but they scheme and prepare and everything goes into it of that magnitude at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was telling him like, cause he like, man, we could beat Katy. Da 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 da. I'm like, bro, I played Katy. We was up 21-7 on Katy and we lost. Like, I'm not saying that it's not impossible, but the way that they do things, they're not going to beat themselves. No matter what the score is, no matter what's happening. Katy not going to beat themselves. That's what I'm trying to explain to them. So we get to the game. The first half, they found a formation that Jordan ran that took Zach off the field on defense because he played both ways. But I guess if they went not enough receivers on the field, he was the DB they took off the field. But he really their best tackling DB too, and most physical in the run support to help not big runs happen. They bust like 3 or 4 runs in that formation on them. Literally, he ran off the field, but that's from them watching film and seeing, okay, when they go this formation, they take their best player off the field. So we're going to go this formation. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
That's why I was just explaining to him about how coaching goes. You know what I'm saying?
That's lit right there. So, man, DeChe, man, let us know, let our students know where they can find you at, man. I know I told you Twitter earlier, but I know you got Instagram and everything. Where they can find you? It's training there, too.
Oh, yeah, man. So, yeah, _I need it, _ it's going to be for all the socials. On Facebook, DeChe Milburn. But, yeah, man, anytime y'all got any, I'm going to be out there for sure. I got to pull up to Georgia, and I got to pull up to Tennessee this offseason. So, I'm going to for sure tap in with y'all when we get out there, too.
All right, for sure, man.
But, nah, I like what y'all doing.
Listening, man. Y'all in the area, y'all might want to try to get with this man. Hey, he over here. You better try to tap in with him.
Nah, for sure. And I like what y'all doing because just me, like, these past 3 years, working with a lot of different people, linking up with Coach Hooks, like, I be having full conversations with these media members that's media members that's real media members. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, where I've seen people not go for media members and become media members just from Twitter influence or whatever the case may be, the right network, whatever the case may be. So I'm happy to see people like y'all going into this space of actually going through the full to post the videos and to expand to that, going to camps, showing prospects to that side, because it ain't no reason why y'all can't find a 2025 receiver that ain't blew up yet, that end up blowing up, that's gonna have a commitment that y'all break instead of 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Or stuff like that. It's just too easy where, you know what I'm saying? Or they gotta come to y'all to do that at the end of the day, or make us a part of 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Then it's all that. It's all on the flow at that point. You know what I'm saying? So that's why y'all just gotta keep doing what y'all doing, because we in a space now where you can create and you can do what you want at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And if you do it the right way, you're gonna be able to really thrive and really be able to keep doing it the way you already did it. You know what I'm saying? Because what y'all doing is basically what all the databases is doing at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all have info or y'all breaking it first, that's why I be telling my partners, if y'all got info, y'all on the boards, them 24/7 boards and them rivals boards and all that, y'all need to be breaking that info. So my partner, do your homework. Y'all probably seen him on Twitter, but
yeah, man, I missed the homework, but hey, I like talking to him, but he funny, man. I like Mr. Homework, bro. He passionate about the Texas football now.
Yeah, man, he a diehard. We be going at it all day because I be on his ass. I say they gotta win, so I feel all that they gotta win. I try to tell him. I say UT versus UT is gonna be a sleepy rivalry, bro. He like, nah, it ain't gonna be no. I say, nah, watch, bro. That's gonna be a little rivalry, bro. Watch that.
Yeah, well, as soon as they lose, then they want to make it one. Watch.
I say that's gonna be how LSU and A&M was, where it really wasn't a rivalry like that. Then it ended up being like, nah, we got smoke with them. It's up every time.
Yeah, yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? No, but he had posted on the Texas board. We had a kid from Galveston, Texas, Jonah Williams. UT just offered, so he go on there. You know, we know the scoop. His brother played Major League Baseball. Family come from Long Line. We know the scoop. You from Galveston at the end of the day. All them taking his info, reposting it, liking it, saying, yeah, you need to be posting more. You know what I'm saying? Doing all that. So that's the thing where y'all got to get on them boards and all that because it's the fans. If the fans know that y'all got the scoop and they want y'all to go to it, they going to have to come through y'all for the scoop at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's how all that works.
Coming on, man. We know you got the scoop on something.
Man, what? You see what I'm saying? Y'all already talking about 25 kids. That's what I'm like, hey.
No, for sure. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, just say I got a kid that's going to come down there and camp. I'm going to let y'all know.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So you can put, hey, breaking, coming on an unofficial visit and go camp. Then guess what? They going to have to repost that, or you going to have to tell them, nah, put via, like,
I don't have to say
first.
via, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how that works, though. That's how that shit works.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up.
For
sure.
But yeah, Leo, wrap this up because I know you got to get back to them kids and them babies and everything, man.
Oh, so yeah, man. To say I'm damn near building a football team myself, man. I need to slow down, bro.
Yeah, I only got one, man. I'm staying out the way, man.
Okay, stay there. Stay at the one. You'll love it there.
Man, we got all your socials and everything. Once again, man, I appreciate you for coming on. You gonna have to
yeah, man, anytime. I'm gonna come again, man, after we get this pipeline going and some people start camping and you know what I'm saying, all that stuff going. We gonna chop it up again, man.
Football season. Let Mr. Homework know, man. We'd love to have him on here too, man. Chop it up, man.
Man, I'm gonna lock it in. We all gonna get on the pod, man. I got you.
I like that, bro. I like that.
No,
man,
for sure.
We do it, Student of the Game, man. I'm gonna get my announcements out the way, man. So we're gonna start out with the homes for troops, man. We got DeChe, man, come from a military family too, man. So once again, want to donate to the homes for troops. They build all the homes for these post 9/11 vets, and that's HOTUSA.org, where you can reach them. Also, I got the date, man. I was totally wrong, man, on the Gerald Reeves count. It was 3/25, so it's going to be March 25th. Gerald Reeves count, 10 a.m. at the Clinton, Tennessee, $60 per athlete. I can tap in Gerald or me. I can reach out to Gerald for you guys as well. And yeah, that's about it. Oh yeah, make sure y'all tap into my boy RJ and Larry M podcast. You have to do that.
Hold on, Smoke. What we gonna do about UNC, man?
Oh man!
Oh no, we can't even get off. Oh man!
I gotta talk about that before I get up. I need a UNC fan.
You know what?
Oh man!
I knew we was gonna have a championship hangover, and I told everybody that. I did not know it was gonna last all season at all.
So look, don't be alarmed. We haven't been getting these favorable calls from the game. So I mean, I believe we're gonna flip the switch March 4th. You know what I'm saying? When we go back in for the camera, we're gonna come and put Shire to bed. You know what I'm saying? And then see, people think we're not gonna make the tournament. They think NC, NIT, and all that. But we're gonna make a run in the ACC tournament, probably win, and we're gonna get automatic bid. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's gonna start off, man. So don't be alarmed, though.
I hope so. We got to get in that tournament. We went as an AC last year, so we just got to get in the tournament,
We're
bro.
gonna get in, so don't be alarmed, man. We got everybody we need. RJ and them gonna get back in shape. And, you know what I'm saying? They
Brady Manick is better than Nance, bro.
Gotta get in there, bro. You
Brady
know how
Manick is better than Nance.
You gotta get in there.
You're right. You was kind of in the quarter, though. What you said earlier. But yeah,
Nance ain't aggressive enough.
That's another one of our prize picks, man. Y'all create y'all prize picks account, man. Use the promo code T-Ball. Bet on UNC. I'm telling y'all, we feel like this turnaround. But man, I definitely appreciate y'all for this Coach's Corner, man. Lito, Coach DeChe, man. We definitely gonna tap back in with you because we definitely need Mr. Homework, man. I appreciate y'all for coming on.
Nah, for sure, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all. We gonna tap in, man.
That's dismissed, students.